What's happening? Thanks for tuning in to FixMyRecipe.com. Chef Billy Parisi here. And you know the routine. Our next recipe comes from LaJuan out of New Zealand. She's having a little bit of trouble making some fruitcake. It's coming up a little dense and dry. Don't worry, we got a few solutions for you. Because when I make fruitcake, I want a little bit of cake with my fruit. We are going to jam-pack this bad boy full of dried fruit. We're going to make it nice and juicy and moist for you. I promise you're going to love it. LaJuan, I'm going to change your recipe a little bit. We're going to get rid of that old rind that we use around the holidays. For one, it's very difficult to find. And two, we don't want that old school stuff anymore. We're going to get you some new stuff. First step we're going to do is take 10 ounces of soft butter, and we're going to cream that with 8 ounces of light brown sugar. It may take a few minutes to cream this butter into this brown sugar, but this is what it should look like when you're just about there. Just put that cream sugar to the side and bring out those 4 eggs, and we're going to add a little bit of vanilla and molasses to our mixture. Bring over that cream sugar and simply add those mixed eggs with vanilla and molasses right to it. Since there's a lot of ingredients for this fruitcake, I'm going to transfer our liquid into a larger bowl. Next, we're going to add a little bit of mixed spice to our 10 ounces of flour that we set aside. Mixed spice is usually a blend of nutmeg, allspice, and a little bit of cinnamon. All we want to do is simply add it right into our flour. We're going to add our dry ingredients right into this wet ingredients and simply whisk it in. Save a little bit of that flour, okay, because we want to mix some of that with our dried fruits. If you don't want to whisk it, I would suggest using a rubber spatula and simply fold it right in. Here comes the fun part, LaJuan. Take that mixed bowl of fruit that we have, add a little bit of blanched almonds. And when I mean blanched, we need to put them in boiling water for roughly 2 minutes and cool them off. 4 ounces of brandy. I'll tell you what, if I had it my way, I'd probably do 6 to 8 ounces, but we got to stick to the recipe on this one. Take the rest of that flour and a little bit of mixed spice, add it right in there, and just simply fold it around. You just want to mix it together a little bit. We're simply adding that mixed fruit tossed in brandy and flour to our wet mixture. Just like that. We want to fold that in very nicely and incorporate everything. We're going to add our mixture to an 8-inch baking pan. And let me tell you something, you better spray it. I don't know why, I was always told you better spray something. Worst comes to worst, keep it nice and lubricated. Here we go. Alright, after you've made it nice and even and just beautiful, we're simply going to preheat our oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, pop it in for an hour and a half. What that's going to do is it's going to cook the outside of the cake, and after a while, after an hour and a half, we're going to come back and revisit it, bring the heat slightly down, and let it cook for 2.5 hours so it cooks the inside. It's going to be awesome, promise, LaJuan. After being in the oven for an hour and a half on 300 degrees, we want to bring down the temperature to 275 and let it stand for 2.5 more hours. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. Woo! Look at that. Oh, push on it. Look at the moistness. It's probably a little hot to eat, but I'm going to try a little bit of the top here. Always got to try your products here. Oh my God. That's actually really good. Kind of makes me wish I was back in New Zealand with you, Luana. Get a little more of this. I'm going to let it cool off, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to get at it tomorrow. I cannot wait to get a slice of this. LaJuana, I think the ingredients came together very nicely in this recipe. Try using this as opposed to the one that you sent us, and I think you're going to be very happy with the results. Come back tomorrow to Fix My Recipe and watch me help out someone else's kitchen nightmare.